Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Scrap Empire. My name is Zach Hayes, and we're going to be talking about a very important bout on this upcoming UFC Fight Night. We're going to be featuring Ricky Turcios against Brady Hiestand. Now, Ricky Turcios fought a very, very, very unique guy. All right, by the name of Boston. And this is on UFC Fight Pass, right? And again, this bout between Ricky Turcios and Boston Salmon truly showed us about the way how Ricky Turcios moves when he's in the ring, the way how he's able to develop just a connection with being in the ring, how he's able to develop a feel. Now, Ricky Turcios, right? Of course, you guys, of course, you guys listen. Of course, you guys listen to the play-by-play commentary. And for this fight with Ricky Turcios and Boston Salmon, Uriah Faber and Snoop Dogg were doing commentary. And when Snoop Dogg was talking about Ricky Turcios, he states that he's not afraid to get hit, nor is he afraid to stand there. He's not afraid to take those risky shots. He's not afraid to risk throwing that uppercut that could potentially lead in a counter strike. He's not afraid to just exchange striking with you. He's not afraid to exchange punches and kicks and elbows with you. All right. And again, me, I always pay attention to the walk, to the posture. All right. And Ricky Turcios gives me that. Again, it isn't a Jorge Masvidal, because again, Jorge Masvidal is stronger. And again, I'm not saying that Ricky Turcios isn't strong. He's a strong guy as well. Don't let the looks fool you. It's just, I say him and Jorge Masvidal have the same stance, in the sense where they're both just ready to. They're engaged with their opponent just over the way how Jorge Masvidal is. I'm not talking about when they're exchanging punches. I'm just talking about, like, as soon as the gloves touch one another, it's just his demeanor, his posture, his stance. Ricky Turcios he has a very proud posture when he's fighting in the ring. And even amidst of him losing the fight against Boston Salmon, it wasn't like he was getting beat up throughout the entire fight. There was plenty of instances where he landed great punches, great strikes, but again, those little details count. And when Boston Salmon was hitting Ricky Turcios, number one, again, from a perception, superficial based standpoint, Boston Salmon had more. He landed more punches, and the punches that he landed had more of an impact because he threw those punches with more force, right? And Ricky Turcios, he definitely threw way more punches. He definitely threw way more strikes. But do you have the ability to land effectively. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I always make this point, right? You have some guys who just want to throw strikes. Not only are you tiring yourself out by being fast, by trying to rush the fight, right? But you're actually, the more punches you don't throw, right? That's going to increase the likelihood of you losing the round. So I can throw 200 punches in a round, and my opponent can only throw 10. But if he's landing nine out of the 10 punches that he threw within that round, if I'm only landing one, but I'm throwing 200 punches, right? You see the ratio. You see the difference with me um, stating that. So again, you can have a slow style, you can have a fast style, you can have an unorthodox style, you can have an orthodox style, as long as the style is effective, right? And again, Boston Salmon, he wasn't as like he wasn't as definitely more stronger and more just aggressive. Just talking about the way how he's just throwing his strikes, all right. But again, he wasn't as fast as Ricky Turcios in the sense where Ricky Turcios just seemed all over the place when you know he seemed all over the place, and he seemed more engaged with what was in him just wanting to throw strikes. But again, Ricky Turcios just has to be mindful, because I wouldn't want him to run into an opponent, right? Of course, Ricky Turcios is good enough to last in a fight, but sometimes it's not about lasting. The main objective is to always strive for the W at any given cost. And all right, that's what you strive for, right? At any given cost. Now, Brady Hiestand, right? There's a fight with him on YouTube when he fought Joseph Brooks. Okay, now Joseph Brooks, right? Of course, an opponent that Brady Hiestand fought. Now that's a fight that you can look up on YouTube for my Scrap Empire fans and subscribers. Right now, excuse my phone, guys. Didn't mean to be disrespectful. I know I shouldn't have noise in the background while I'm talking about my fights. But yes, so of course, the fight ended in the first round. But Brady Hiestand, put in exemplifying a magnificent masterclass with him making Joseph Brooks, you know, tap out, right? And of course, this is what I'm talking about with having having that ability to play chess, whether it's spiritual chess or mental chess with your opponent, right? And that's what's so interesting about fighters who like wrestlers and ground-based fighters, because again, I know some people that hate watching people like Daniel Cormier, that hate watching people like Kamaru Usman, only because their main martial art is they're wrestling based fighters. So yes, boxing is more of a technique based sport, but you can't try to make it seem like that there isn't technique with being on the ground as well, because that's what all of these Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wrestlers show people like myself who truly understand the sport all of the time. So yeah, now I broke down the fight between Brady Hiestand and Joseph Brooks. And I also broke down the fight between Ricky Turcios and Boston Salmon. And to see, and again, Ricky Turcios, he's tough and he's strong, mentally and physically, and I also say spiritually as well. Right? Even though I'm, that's for another conversation. I don't really like getting too in depth with the religious conversations on my channel because that isn't what my channel is about. But just included that in there just for conversation, all right? But I just see Brady Hiestand being the more complete fighter against Ricky Turcios. I think Turcios can figure out a way to not get tapped, to not be tapped out. But again, I just see Brady Hiestand being the more tactical and the more efficient fighter on UFC Fight Night. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Scrap Empire. Like, comment, subscribe to my content. Thank you all for watching my channel. I'll be posting more videos soon for you guys to be watching. Thank you so much. Bye bye.